Hi everybody, I'm Joey Paul and I'm an indie author and welcome back to my channel. I write young adult fiction across a variety of genres, and if you think that might interest you, then think about subscribing below. So I do these every few months. I like to keep you informed on the projects that I'm working on. While both current projects are part of a series, I thought that I could give you some limited updates on the projects as a whole and the series as well, and just dive into what I'm working on. So I'm working on two projects drafting wise, and the first one is Viral Infection. This series is a YA dystopian set in the far distant future where a virus has relegated people to living in pods of no more than 6 people. In the first book, we met Nia and her twin Nima and followed her journey as she was ejected from her home pod and placed in a prison pod for a minor crime. The second book deals with more Nia and the people she's escaped with than the first, but also brings the twins back together in a way neither one of them could have planned. I'm at the point with this book where I'm very near the end, and I plan to write the third and final book in the trilogy afterwards. Nia has been an amazing character to work with, her way of viewing things, her life, the connection she has with her twin, and just the world itself has been a delight to build, grow and work with. I knew going in that a lot of it would sound like a COVID book. It's not, but the idea came from getting a Fitbit for Christmas in 2022 and thinking about how much they could be used to control people, from deciding how much sleep they got to how much work they did and so on. While the watches have taken a bit of a back seat in book 2, they do set up the world and the powers and all of that very nicely. So the second book I'm drafting is Disability Detectives: The Spanish Stalker. This is the third book in a YA crime mystery series. The stories follow Veronica and her friends, all of whom have some kind of disability and all attend a boarding school mostly for people who are also disabled. Veronica and her friends have already solved a murder and a string of thefts, and in the third book they're moving to uncover who is stalking Jake and who is trying to ruin his chances with his boyfriend, who's another one of the group. This third book is also nearing the end and will launch into the fourth and final book in the series as well. I've loved getting back to my crime mystery roots. While I've written a lot of it with some kind of paranormal urban fantasy element, I just wanted to focus on that part of the genre on its own. I've loved reading boarding school books as a kid and wanted to add my own disability twist to it. The whole series has been a delight to write and I'll miss it when I'm done, but for now I still have one more book to write. On revision and editing projects, I'm also working on Crime Chronicles The Third Ache, which is about to go to the editor, and this is the third in the Crime Chronicles series, which is a YA urban fantasy that follows Jessie, who's 15 and has ME and fibromyalgia, and is also an empath. She can, quite literally, feel certain people's physical and emotional pain. While she's dealt with 2 triggers before, this third book brings about a different kind of trigger and kind of launches us into a world outside of our own. I'm really excited about this book getting edited and out there because I think people will love it. Revising wise, I'm also working on Translucent, which is the second in the Invisible Quartet and is a YA dystopian series. Invisible deals with a world where a virus has been released and it disables everyone. The second book allows us to see outside of the 2 affected segments and go on a journey with Zaya, who is already disabled, and Jonah, who's a virus victim, as they cross the country looking for answers. This book is ready to go to sensitivity readers and should be going to the editor in November, so I'm really looking forward to getting this out there in 2025. So there we go, those are basically the 4 projects that I'm working on right now. As I said, I'm nearing the end of my 2 drafting projects. I should finish them and start new ones in the coming month. I'm really happy with how all my projects are going, the status of them, how they're shaping up, and all of that. So what are you working on right now? Let me know in the comments down below. So that's all I got time for today. If you want to support my channel, you can comment, like or subscribe. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media and my books are available everywhere. You can also sign up for my newsletter. And don't forget to pick up Invisible, which is the first in a young adult dystopian quartet. And also don't forget to grab a ticket for Wonderland in Nottingham in July 2025, where I'll be signing books. All the links for which are listed below. Thanks for watching and remember to keep writing. Bye.